No what? No. That's not much of a highlight, but yeah. I'm in a different hotel. There's no patio. I didn't get to pick. They gave me that one that's far away.
Seems good enough.
Cool. And we are live?
We are live. We are not on Tetris. Do you want to be on Tetris?
Yeah, let's be on Tetris. That's not us, is it? Okay. How many minutes we got? I guess I get my phone on, huh? All right. Philadelphia, Too Many Games. All right. Can you hear me? We getting voice? Philadelphia, Too Many Games. We're about to start our first of 4 qual sessions for the Philly 2026 CTWC Regional, the kickoff of the 2027 Tetris season. Probably need it for tomorrow then, yeah. Tomorrow we'll need it for sure, so might as well put it on for Ross. It's only fair. So players are warming up here. I'm doing a little self-commentary to start off, and then you'll be hearing the sultry sounds of just Tetris players because our staff likes to qualify early on Fridays. Probably.
Scout, they said there's no comms for this? There's no comms for this, they said? Yeah, we can get some, yeah. Because I'm assuming there's probably people who would want to do it.
I was just, yeah, someone's come up, that microphone will be turned on. I'm just going to do the countdown from here.
Leave that, we have to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Terrible. With your system, we judges have time to score. Yep.
Sounds like they don't have anyone.
Zempra, you need someone for comms? Sure.
How do I get my scores to go away?
You don't. Well, you can power cycle.
Wait a second.
probably have to turn the Qual mode back on and shit.
One mic, and you'll get the second one. That's the only guy I have. Well, it's obviously not.
We got the better ones on the stage.
These chairs aren't too bad now.
The black ones are better than the chrome ones. Chairs are racist.
The chair right next to you is the better one. At least. Because that's metal. I see the metal side is different than the black side. Are we starting?
And then we'll do a countdown.
Midwell.
Yeah. Yeah.
This microphone.
Turn it on. There's a switch under this. Pull the flag down. Pull the flag down. Pull it down. There's a switch.
Okay, see if that's... Oh, okay, now it's moving, yeah. I think we're good.
All right, Judge, is everybody ready? Everybody ready?
No, it's this one.
Oh, I guess we got two commentators. I'll pass the mic over when I'm done.
Yeah, all good.
All right, ready? We'll count them down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris! And the 2027 Tetris season is underway. I will pass the mic over.
So you'll take this one and I'll take the other one. All right, hopefully this is working okay. All right. We good? Assuming we're good. First score is already underway here. I'm just making sure my mic's live too. We're good? All right, then. Well, for those tuning in, hello, and welcome back to another lovely edition of a Classic Tetris World Championship Regional. As Bidwell said, this is the first one of the 2027 calendar. For those wondering who's on the mic here, I am Mathwiz, longtime commentator and Tetris organizer, and I'm joined with Coverdales, who runs a weekly series that's going about 1,000 matches strong now, called the TMP Show. So, hi, Coverdales. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. It's great to be here.
Good to have you.
So, Bidwell topping out with 47,000.
Yeah, everyone getting to the early motions here as they sort of get comfy, sort of get into the Qual mindset, which I like to think is a real thing, at least from my own experience of doing many Quals over the past couple of years, including a bunch for the small-scale tournament called Classic Tetris Biweekly, which is run by one of the people on our screen here, Mr. This and That. Looking forward to seeing what he can do in action in person today. Yeah, I don't know if you feel the same way, Coverdale, from your experience, but I find that, you know, there's a difference between how you approach qualifying for an event versus, you know, the real-time comp moments. There's just certain levels of aggression, certain approaches to how you go through the 18 and 19 stretches, since you're not going up against a person. In a way, you're sort of going up against an abstract, you know, what is the score you want to go for, getting your best effort. And it'll be interesting to see what to expect from our players here. Familiar with them in varying amounts here. As you mentioned, This and That, the master of many playstyles, and also the head behind Classic Tetris Biweekly.
A lumbar from Bid will lead to another early top out of 50K.
Bidwell having some fun antics here early on.
Or he's laughing it off, you know?
Absolutely. Always got to be able to laugh in this game, you know. Whether you win, whether you lose, whether you have a good day or bad, you just got to enjoy it, because at the end of the day, you're playing Tetris, and I think that's a win.
What do you hope to see from these players?
That's hard to say here, since this is the first group of the day, and it's never easy to set the tone, but knowing roughly what these players are capable of, I'm hoping to see some deep runs through 18 and 19, and maybe a little bit of 29 here. I can't remember off the top of my head what Shadow Knight's top end is, but pretty sure they've got some pretty high scores capable within them. I know what this and that's capable of all too much, so I know that he could very well max out during the process of this, even though he is utilizing a play style that's relatively new for him. For the longest time, this and that was master of, well, first he was master of DAS, then he switched to tapping, but now this and that, basically becoming a full-time roller here, and I'm looking forward to see some of that on action. I know you're basically a lifetime roller, so you probably have many insights to the different approaches that one has to go if they're stacking when it comes to rolling.
I do. Like, I'm surprised how quickly this and that was able to learn rolling. There were, you know, he has surpassed my skill level within like half the time it took me. So this and that is really turning into a really dangerous player coming in, or
Yeah,
you
he's
know, so far in 2026 and definitely 2027.
absolutely. He's already a Div 3 player in CTL, and he's had some high-profile matchups as it is, and I can't wait to see where he ends up amongst these brackets. Another player who I'm also excited to see in person for the first time, Tired here, who is a very clean DAS play style. Many might not know him, but even as a DAS player, Tired has some amazing abilities when it comes to pacing and just pure aggression. His experiences with DAS remind me a bit of that of RXS, another player who we'll get to see this weekend. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Tired can do out here. And of course, no tournament is complete without its standard veteran or legend player, and I think Bidwell fits that status very well. Man who has been involved in Tetris for as long as anyone can remember, and so always hoping to have a good moment for Bidwell.
Yeah, I just realized that Tired's board is not working at all. I don't know how long that's been the case, but
It's like tech issues, but it's okay. It's the first Qual session, so we're just ironing out some of the bugs here. It takes a lot of back-end effort to run any regional, whether it's, you know, one of the smaller end ones that's got maybe a dozen people in it, or one of the larger ones like Philly, which I do consider to be one of the big-scale Tetris regionals as it goes. For those who saw last year's Philly regional, which was us, in my mind, it felt like a mini CTWC with just all of the amazing efforts, including from Cole and Meme, who we'll look forward to seeing in action this weekend. But right now we're seeing some good action from our players here. Tired trying to get a good game going here. Bidwell on a respectable game just past halfway through 18 speeds, but right now our focus is on this and that and Shadow Knight, who are both on level 22 here, both with over 600,000 points off the bat, so could make a strong early impression here in their quals.
look at that aggression from this and that. Center well, Tetris, nice.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's the type of aggression I would have seen from him as a tapper too, because those who didn't have the courtesy of getting to see this and that when he was maining the tapping play style, he was, I would argue, one of the fastest Hertz speeds that you would see. It made me think of like prime Eric ICX or Alex T back in the day. But so honestly, just his stacking mindset as a whole from this and that is something to admire. And you'll see some very nice moves, I think, throughout this hour stretch here. Right now, still running good paces here. This, I think, is going to be max out pace for this and that. If he can hold it together for the last few levels here. He's already passed the 800K, and Shadow Knight about to cross the 800K mark, although getting droughted here on this one. Oh my goodness, needs some help here, getting the wrong pieces at the wrong times. Can't get a square over, and Shadow Knight's going to be done at 772, but a nice early score here nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely a nice kicker there for Shadow Knight, but he definitely has a lot more, still has a lot more in the tank, definitely. He does.
Absolutely. Apologies in advance some of the background noise is bleeding in here for the folks. This Philadelphia Regional is taking place at the, I believe the official name is the Too Many Games Convention. So there's a lot of different side events here. Tetris is just one of a number of stages going on, and we had the fortune or misfortune, depending on how you look at it, of being near, I think it's a rock band stage, it's something musical. But also 9:52 into 29 there for this and that, so didn't quite get the max out, but gosh darn, he got close.
I miss how you topped out. Oh, he made the 29. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, good start for this.
Absolutely. Bidwell into 19 speeds now here. I forget what Bidwell's PB is, but I remember roughly what he did during the CTWC qual, so this is certainly a game I think he's happy with right now. We'll see how far he can take it. Meanwhile, Tired with some very creative stacking. At least that's how I'm going to choose to describe it. But all of our players having fun here. Nice center wall Tetris there from Tired. Cleaned that up very quickly and efficiently. And Bidwell finishing out the 447K. Rooting to see the half max from Bidwell today. I think he's got one in him. But yeah, so for those tuning in and watching at home, hope that everyone is having a nice Friday here. It's the end of another lovely week of Tetris, and should be the start of a very eventful stretch down the road here. I forget what other regionals are coming up in the next month or two. I don't think there's as much Tetris action happening. At least I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I see the usual Tetris competitions across the scene will be having their chaos. There'll be everything from a new season in CTL to a new bracket in CTM to all the fun competitions, high and low, kicking off, and hopefully everyone gets to enjoy having fun with that.
Couple missed drops for Tired.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a tricky board here. Certainly won't be easy to get out of, especially considering the limits of DAS, but Tired, certainly the type of player who can push those limits. And honestly, if there was ever a good time to get a drought, that was the spot for Tired, since the bar wasn't going to do much help there, but Tired finds his way out of it. It's going to be a low transition here, right around the 400K range, but I've seen Tired take low games and do some special things with them. So, this is not maybe getting into a bit of a special situation. It's in the middle of a massive drought, although the well was closed off anyway. So, but this is not just handing it with ease. Sheer determination on his face here, Coverdales. This is... It's like he was meant to be a roller, I swear. Shadow Knight having a pretty nice pace here with the 85% Tetris rate 2/3 of the way through. So, might get a chance to surpass best game maybe halfway even into 19 if things continue for Shadow.
Yeah, everyone's clean except this and that. Double flips.
Ooh.
Hang of the Z. This is still fixable, but it's going to require a lot of burning here.
Yeah. This is not to come a long way with this rolling here, but even the best rollers on the planet are subject to have their chaotic moments. We saw plenty of those at CTWC this year. But also got to appreciate how he's handling this under duress here. Looking for the right pieces to get out of this. The game not doing him many favors, but misses the square and end up getting the restart. So all of our players still in the early stretches here, so keep the attention to Shadow Knight, see what can be done on this game. This is easily going to be a 600K transition, so should be a fun one. So you got any particular expectations coming into this weekend, Coverdale's? Anything you're hoping to see?
I'm hoping for close games and just good Tetris, really. I want to be entertained as a viewer, and
Absolutely.
And I want to see these players have a good time at the end of the day, really. And
I think that's well put, very well put. Well, we're going to have a good time with this one. It ended up being, I think, a 6:58 transition there from Shadow Knight, who's going to adjust to a one off the bottom setup, but still just cleanly stacking away here. So let's see. I know so many players in the modern day of Tetris, enjoy the high-flying antics and fast-paced moments of 29 speeds, but I think, if anything, the last few tournaments have proven that 18 and 19 play matter just as much nowadays, if not even more so, as being able to get those good starts, setting the tone early in your games, can really help you to carry through to the end. Right now, Shadow Knight hoping to take the momentum on this game and get at least a max out. We'll see just how far this can be pushed.
Insane Spire on Tired's side of the board here. Or in the middle of his board, I mean.
Yeah, Tired is not afraid to make some very chaotic setups, and as someone who embraces chaos, I can appreciate that. Although that one ended up being a bit too chaotic, but
I think so, unfortunately.
Still early into the quals here. We're about a quarter of the way now through the hour stretch, so as I'm sure you can relate to, I've seen plenty of quals where things sputter for the first 75% of the session, and then gets the last 10 or 15 minutes, and it's like clutch gene activates in players, and they just end up popping off. Although Shadow Knight is not waiting until the last 10 or 15 minutes to pop off, but making stuff happen right here, right now. Once again, 800K on level 25. Looking to set the bar high here, potentially for best score of this session.
I'll be shocked if he doesn't get a max out here.
Well, there's no guarantees, and as we all know, this all it can take is one bad piece placement, one rough RNG sequence to completely derail a game. So just gotta take it one piece at a time, one Tetris at a time, and no shortages of Tetrises on this game, although might be starting to have a shortage of a bar here as Shadow Knight waiting for the opportunity. Drought counter is going to make its presence known. How long will Shadow Knight have to wait here? Oh my goodness, this is nail biting. Up to 30 pieces before finally long bar arrives. So here we go. One more Tetris, actually Tetris in a line basically, will get the max out for Shadow Knight. Once again, now having to wait on the bar, takes the double, so here we go. Tetris would do it, had to close off the well, 229 lines, needs something right now. Oh, come on, give it, and there it is! The first max out. Sound out the cowbells, folks. There you go. Shadow Knight. Kicking off the New Year in style. And let's see how far Shadow Knight can take this game. He's going to push the setup for the Tetris here on 29 speeds, but once again, game's just given awkward timing with these pieces. Sets back up again. Does knock down the Tetris. Has a bit of cleanup to do, though. Closing in on the 1.1. Here we go. There's the 1.1, has a misdrop. It's gonna potentially need a bar, though we'll find alternate ways to create burns, making every line count here. Into level 34 now, fighting almost halfway up the board, but still getting lines to clear. This is insane determination right now from Shadow Knight. Oh my goodness, he's actually bringing this down as well. So here we go. Time's running out to put up any major points, but Shadow Knight can get clean. Even a couple Tetris can push to the 1.2 and 1.3 range, but not going to happen here. Still 1.13.
There's a new
Man.
point system, right, for the regionals?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we are still going on the modern point system, where, for those who didn't get to see it at CTWC, they adopted the, I forget if they had an official name for the point system. In my mind, it's the GD point system, since Grand Designs was the one who inspired the change here from just sheer number of max outs to giving a points based on how far above a max out a game was. So I think in that example, the 1.1 would have been worth 3 points there, if I'm remembering correctly. So, 1.2 then would be 4, 1.3 would be 5, and so forth, all the way up to, 2 million or thereabouts, which, with folks like me at this regional, 2 million is certainly not out of the question. I think the highest score they had during the CTWC quals was Dogs 1.9, which, Dog popping off in quals would be, I suppose, somewhat prophetic for the outcome of that tournament as a whole. Though I don't know if do I need to give spoiler warning? Are we far enough past CTWC that I can talk about the aftermath of it?
Can I be honest with you? I haven't watched it. So
Oh,
I have
Coverdale's
no
for
idea.
shame. For shame, Cover. It's okay. Don't be too hard on him, folks. Cover is an adult. He's got a job, so it's hard to devote time to Tetris. That's a funny statement coming from me, who's known as the marathon restreamer. The almost 2,000 matches I have under my belt now of commentating. But yeah, it's tough. There's just so much Tetris going on nowadays. But honestly, I love it all the more that there is. From CTM to CTL, the classic Tetris Wars, to all different small scale and indie events that are popping up across the Tetris scene. It's just such an exciting time to be a Tetris player. And so, if you're the type of person that I was a few years back, where you were just a spectator and you need that push to get into playing Tetris, give it a try. Even if you don't think you're good at the game, there's always a place for everyone. In fact, Coverdale's and I got our start in a server called TNP, or called Tetris for the Non-Pros. And we were grateful enough to run into a very welcoming community that helped us to flourish and find ourselves, both as Tetris players and somewhat as individuals, I'd like to think. So, shout out to the old TNP crew.
What's the link? TNP.lol or something like that?
TNP.tetris.lol, I think that's what our borough made it.
Exactly. Yes.
You can find it out there. If you find one Tetris Discord, odds are you'll find a TNP player in it. Alright, I feel like I've given not enough attention to the game this and that's having right now. He's about to be our second max out of the day here, as he's on level 28. So this is what happens. I'm also the rambling restreamer, so I just get caught on a tangent, and then next thing you know, like, oh, how did the players get all the way to level 28? Bad habit of mine. But this and that showing good habits here. So he gets the max out into level 29, so there you go. That's number 2. And now, here's a chance to see what this and that can do on 29 speeds. Again, a relatively newer roller in the scheme of things. This might actually be the first in-person tournament that he's getting to show off his rolls. So, if you haven't seen him in action before, you're in for a treat, folks. Well, there you go. 1,068 to close it out. Oh, my goodness. Meanwhile, Shadow Knight on a pretty legendary pace here, just over halfway through 18 speeds. This is, well, figure out what the Tetris rate is once the drought counter comes to a close. There you go. Almost an 80% Tetris rate, so could definitely be an opportunity, although now Shadow Knight getting into a bit of a tricky board state here. Has the ability to move pieces around and get out of this, but not easy by any stretch of the imagination. And not going to happen on this game for Shadow Knight, but now attention goes to Tyre here, who, again, I'll reiterate, is pure DAS play here. And so I would love to see the DAS max out. I will always have an appreciation for what rollers and even tappers do in this scene, but there's just something about just the raw skill power and just the allure to DAS. Like, there's a reason why events like DAS Masters and DAS League and whatnot have the traction that they do in the modern day. And hell, just to few days ago it was that we got the DAS world record reset. Don't know if you heard about that.
No, I did not.
I believe it was 1.359, if I'm remembering
Oh,
correctly.
from Bendy, right?
Yes. Hopefully I'm not misremembering that.
Oh, man.
Tired. Just getting the wrong pieces at the wrong time right before 19 speeds, but still showing the potential of what we can see from Tired here, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see that in the remaining 36 minutes that we have. But so far so good here for our players. I think at the very least, Shadow Knight and this and that putting up a score that they're happy with, and hopefully we'll get more opportunities to do so. And it's an hour seems like a long stretch, but then the more you go through the games and you're making your runs, some of which you'll get into 19 speeds, some of which just gonna sputter out and you gotta do maybe a few in a row before you can get some momentum. Then suddenly you just glance over the clock and it seems like time is just fast forwarding itself. So it's
Does Tired have a max? Does Tired have a max?
oh yes, Tired is a max up. I believe Tired's PB's I don't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure Tired's 1.1 player last I checked. Currently in either Div 5 or Div 4 of CTL, but he competes all over the place. You'll see him on Wars from time to time. You see him really going all out here.
RNG not having it with Tired.
It's okay. It's early games. Again, everyone's going to have different approaches to the quals, and it's sort of just some of that minutia that you sort of pick up on after watching this. It feels like a million times, but I think personally my approach is always, I try to push for the first 25, 30 lines. I don't want to spend that early stretch just burning, because if I can't get on a good pace, then I feel like the game's not worth playing out. Sometimes you'll see players play it out regardless, which is certainly a good mindset to have, but you're ideally hoping to get just the most ideal stretch that you can, so that even if you do have to have burns later on, you at least have that early pace to lean back on. Speaking of pace, here we go. Shadow Knight pretty much embodying that philosophy here. He's had another game with, actually, it might be the best Tetris rate we've seen from Shadow yet. It's going to drop below 90% now, but is borderline 700k transition pace, so probably closer around 650 or thereabouts if I had to guess, but a lot of potential. Alright, everyone holding steady for the moment here, so as I do pretty much every time I'm either co-commentating with someone, or I'm visiting, or I'm on someone else's restream, or someone's commentating one of my matches, I gotta ask the same question I always do. How's your week going, Coverdales?
Oh, it's going so well. Just the fact that I'm here, seeing you for the first time in like a year, meeting new people, playing Tetris, of course. I know I'm going to have a good time here, and I'm excited to see what you can do, what the players can do. I'm just excited. I'm a little bit giddy.
That is completely fair. Also, don't expect too much out of me personally, but I am also excited. Again, as I mentioned, we were both at Philly last year, and we got to see, it really did feel like a mini CTWC. Like, it's hard to put it into words. You sort of just had to see the gameplay to understand it, and I'm pretty sure they do still have it on YouTube. So, but I think it truly set the tone just for the 2025 into 2026 Tetris year, just with players, pushing the envelope, as the saying goes. I think that's the saying, and just doing the best that they could in comp. Not to say they weren't already, but I feel like it just took another step forward in terms of the quality of gameplay over this past year, and I'd like to think that all started right here at Philly. And so, who knows, in the same way, this might set the tone for the upcoming year, one which I feel is shrouded in mystery. Like, for me personally, going into CTWC, I had thought to myself, was anyone going to be able to topple the hierarchy of the Dog, Alex T, Scooty, and even get past folks like Meme and Sidnev, who was going to be the breakout player, who was going to establish the tone. And I won't spoil the exact results of CTWC in case you're still planning on watching them down the line, but I think in a way the players he expected to do well did, but there were also some genuine surprises. There were some players who did stand out, and I'm hoping to see more people make their mark over the next year. Hell, this event was actually a prime example of that in my mind. Cole, who was the winner of last year, that was, absolutely, I won't say breakout performance because he did well at the CTWC before that, but the run that he had here last year was just something truly special, and I'm hoping that we get a special run this year as well, either from him or from any of our competitors who will make the gold bracket. And right now, Shadow is going to try and make a push for hopefully a good seeding in the gold bracket. If Shadow can just get a couple more games to connect like this one is right now. 678 here on level 22.
What do you think the cutoff will be this year for the gold bracket?
Ooh, that is a good question. I think we have about the same attendance or the same projected attendance as it was last year, right around 32, 33 people. And so if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was Game Scout who was the cutoff last year with like a low to mid 800K. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see something similar there. But that cutoff line is certainly going to be a point of intrigue for me, but I know another one that'll probably be for many of our audience members at home is how some of your, top-tier players are all going to jostle in the seeding here, what matchups that could potentially create down the line. And that'll be something to talk about more as we see their quals come in, although who knows, we might have at least 2 top-tier players on our screen right now. At the very least, I wouldn't be surprised if this first qual session gives us some good gold bracket representation. And so, on that note, here we go with Shadow Knight on level 26 here, 877, so about 3 or 4 Tetrises away from honing in another max out. Has the time to do it, although the board's going to get extremely complicated here. See how Shadow Knight works with those complications. Nice burns and skims to make the way back down the board here. Even sets up dirty. Oh my goodness, this is an aggressive play, but I support it. Bar still wasn't coming though. Man, it's just, you can have the perfect setup and then RNG just decides that it's not your day, I swear. But Shadow Knight defying RNG anyway, surviving this. Could still get the max out here, but it's going to have to happen on 29 speeds now.
Yeah, I was going to say it was going to be a tough board for Shadow Knight going to level 29, but he made it work out.
Yeah, we'll see what Shadow Knight can do here. I think, hard to say for sure what Shadow's thinking, but if I'm in Shadow Knight's spot right now, I'm thinking, all right, not the best score that I might have wanted into 29 speeds, but now let me just play it safe, ensure that I get at least the max out, and then once I have that, maybe I'll make the push to try and turn it into a 1.1, 1.2. Although Shadow Knight might set up before then. We'll see. Gets that bar to the left. That was critical. Okay, here we go. It does set up for the Tetris, but has to burn it away, although these doubles and triples are adding up in their own right here, Cover, so we'll see what can happen here. $987, $990. I'm readying the cowbell, Coverdales. We're on the cusp. Couple more line clears. Triple should do it. There we go. Level 33 max out.
That's number 3 on the
That
day.
is number 3 on the day. We'll certainly have a potential of at least a couple more in the next session. There you go. A18 to top that off. So nice plays here from Shadow Knight. Now we'll see who's going to be the next in line to try and push for pace. Although I just noticed that, speaking of pace, look at that Tetris rate from Tired right now.
Oh, wow.
Like, I know I've already said this a couple times, but this is DAS. Like,
He has to transition to become a tapper or a roller. There's a lot of potential.
you can. I mean, it's
there's a lot of potential with just the way he thinks and how he stacks. Like that is, I can see like elite gameplay from Tired if he moved, to that direction. Really,
It's certainly possible. I mean, a large part of why Tired's such a potent DAS player is because of just the pure stacking ability, and I have found from the folks I've seen progress through the community that stacking ability sticks with you as you translate into the more high potential play styles of tapping and rolling. Hell, that's a perfect example of that too. I think he got up to a DAS 1.1 before he switched to tapping, and then got a tap 1.3 before he switched that to rolling, and soon enough he'll have his overall PB with the roll. I think his current PB with rolling is 1.25 thereabouts. But all right, so here we go. We got both This and That and Bidwell on the 19 speeds here, and This and That could have a decent 19 stretch to turn this into a max out potential. Bidwell's going to get just short of that half max. I believe that is his best score yet of the Qual. Still time to get the 500K though. We got 25 minutes left on the board here, so that's enough time to make some magic happen. Although it's insane to me that Tired's already surpassed that score from Bidwell and then some, and it's not even to the 19 stretch yet. Look at this, 86% Tetris rate, still going strong. Of course, you can have all the pace in the world here. It's having that survivability to go with it too that matters. There's always a fine line between efficiency and having that long-lasting gameplay, and knowing how to balance that line is something that you have to figure out at every skill tier, from the lowest of the low to the highest of the high.
absolutely. I mean, a good example was moments ago. Tired had a long bar dependency, probably halfway up the board, and he had the situational awareness to create burns to get out of that safely, and those are the skills you need to play at this level, really.
Absolutely, very skilled gameplay.
But,
Guild play, yes.
I'm sorry.
Just me getting my commentary warmed up here. Even though we've been talking for about a solid 35 minutes now. But I'm human. Fortunately, Tired's not going to get a chance to explore. It could have been an insane game there into 19, but pieces once again didn't cooperate with them. But still has time for something good to happen here. This and That was potentially closing on another max out, but now the board's going to get into very dangerous situations, although he's trying to fight his way out of this. Oh, this would be insane if he can pull it off.
Oh, Ghost Burn.
That was, I mean, you're a roll cover this. That was basically the limits of what you could even do with rolling, which...
There was an attempt.
Yeah. Heck of an attempt, though, here. So, This and That still looking for that second max out. Shadow Knight, I didn't even realize this, moved on to the 19 speeds here. This is something that always amuses me when I see it during the quals. But everything going steady for our players here. I'm not quite able to see the chat at home, by the way, so if anyone's responding, hello to the chat. But and thanks, by the way. One thing I have been able to see is the donations to the Matcherino. So if you enjoy what you're seeing here and want to support the Tetris players who have to take the time and money to come out to participate in these events for our amusement, feel free to make your own contributions to the Matcherino and help keep making regionals like this, both at Philly and across the globe, a reality. Should be able to find the necessary stuff to donate for the Matcherino in the chat. Yeah, we're starting to near the end game here for the Qual stretch, Coverdales. I feel like this is, that last 20 minutes is where you start to really have that fight or flight of a sense. It's like, if I'm going to make something magical happen, this is the time to do it. Shadow Knight about to make the transition, I say with air marks, into level 20. Obviously, speed won't change here, but sort of give a good signifier of Shadow Knight's potential progression towards what could be a third max out on this Qual here.
Did you happen to notice the transition for Shadow? It was like 5 something, right?
Yeah, no, this is certainly max out pace, but once again, it's going to depend on what RNG can do, and it'll depend on how much Shadow Knight can utilize what the game gives. Although the game, once again, trying to not give much here, as it was trying to force Shadow Knight into a drought sequence. Bar eventually came, and Shadow Knight able to knock down the Tetris. Bidwell in a pretty good game of his own here. This could be that game where we see the half max covers. You know, I'm rooting for it.
It's definitely possible.
Yeah.
380.
Of course, always got to root for Bidwell to do well. As again, long time just organizer and kindred spirit of the Tetris community, and also a big advocate for the Dr. Mario event, which is something else that will be in action this weekend. If you're not familiar with the game of Dr. Mario, certainly one worth checking out.
If Bidwell can stay perfect here, 500k transition is definitely possible.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Bidwell's full potential is on 19 speed, so I don't know if he wants to make the push here, if he just wants to play it safe into 19. We'll see how he decides to go for this. This is going to be close. Meanwhile, Shadow Knight's still making a good push here through 19 speeds. This is potentially going to be 800k on 24, or into 25 here for whenever the next bar arrives, which, my goodness, tried to drought Shadow Knight, but Shadow Knight was able to hold out there and knocks down a couple Tetrises. But here we go, Bidwell. Oh, has to burn into 19. Come on, get the 500k. Almost there.
460, still pretty good.
There's a double. Oh, he's setting up. And Bidwell with the Tetris to get the 500k. Dude, can I do like a single cowbell ring just for that?
I would.
Although I might have to be using the main cowbell in a second here, because here we go, Shadow Knight. Here we go. Tetris and change away from max out number 3, number 4 on the day for everyone, but it'll be Shadow Knight's third, and there it is. And still with time before level 29. We'll also keep an eye on Tired down the stretch here, who is once again carrying a very aggro Tetris rate before 19 speeds. 1.1 now into 29, though, for Shadow Knight. So here we go. This could be the best game of the day to date. Setting up, call on 3, knocks it down. Nice score there from Bidwell at the end, by the way, 553. I think that's somewhat close to how Bidwell did on the CTWC Qual, so kudos there. And another Tetris here from Shadow Knight is a line clear off of the 1.2, does it with the flat bar burn. Always love seeing those. But there's go another Tetris. And here we go, Shadow Knight is sending a message to the rest of the field saying, hey, there's some strong competitors in this, former regional winners, a CTWC runner-up, but I can make some noise in this bracket too, is what Shadow Knight's saying with this gameplay right here.
Good cleanup from Shadow.
Absolutely.
Back to the right side, and man.
Oh my God, setting up dirty center well, but I had to close the well off. Triple's still going to help for something, though. Closing in on the 1.3. Needs a bar to the left. Gets the bar to the left. Oh my God. And he's going out of the way to set up for the Tetris. Now holding out for the bar. Come on, give the bar here. No, it's not going to come. Another poorly timed drought. But just shy of a 1.3. What a game from Shadow Knight that was. And now here we go, a game from Tired, as well as this and that, but Tired's going to be my main focus. That's a 653 transition cover, Dales. We might see the DAS Max here. The dream is alive.
In Tired, I trust. finally made it clean going into level 19.
Here we go. Tired is someone who I have faced in comp firsthand before, so I know what Tired's capable of down the stretch. I remember the 1 month that I was playing in CTM, I got matched up against Tired, and I was like, okay, I really like the bracket that I'm in this month. This could be the month where I make the run to finally win a CTM bracket, I was thinking to myself, and then Tired drops what was, I think, a 700K, 900K, and max out on me all in one set. It's like, that's just the mentality of Tired. When Tired's having a good day, you'll notice it, and we're noticing it right now. Meanwhile, this and that, just off the optimal pace here, but he's got the 29 playing him, so max out is still on the table here for this and that. We'll keep an eye out to see if that can be brought to fruition. So here we go. Seeing a lot of the code redemptions on the screen here, so thanks to the folks who are making their contributions here to help out the Matcherino. So appreciate everyone's support here and keeping the Tetris scene going strong here. Oh no, not appreciating what's happening on this and that's board here. Man, it's gonna be another game that could have been a max out, but just couldn't see it through. But now we're gonna hope that our good old player on the bottom right here sees it through cover. I have
so much confidence in this man.
I'm afraid to say anything just because I don't want a commentator's curse, which is something I have done countless times before, as many of the people I've restreamed before will tell you.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Forget what I was about to say. Oh no.
Tired misses the bar. I don't think anything's possible to get over. Oh my goodness. This, I think, will still be a good enough score to get into the gold bracket on its own. I don't think we're going to have 16 max out scores into this.
Okay, go Flatburns.
But is anything else possible to get over? Had to try for 962. Man. That's still probably going to make gold.
Rough.
Man, what a game from Tired, though. That could have been DAS 1.1, maybe even borderline 1.2 before the dig. So it will not be added to the max out, but the cowbell is ringing in my heart.
I feel that. I really do.
The math was of 2 years ago. Would not have been expecting to say these things on the main CTWC channel. Speaking of which, we are getting into the final 25% of the qual here, and yes, I'm going to say it in percentages because I'm math whiz. That's how my brain thinks. But as we're getting to this end stretches, anything in particular that you wanted to say, Cover?
Nothing on the top of my head.
Any general thoughts? Fair enough. I'll give some general thoughts just because, again, I am the ramblin' restreamer. Not to be confused with Ramble on Ian, who is a different type of rambler, but it's surreal to me to always think about just the fact that I do get to hold a mic and that I can witness this action firsthand on the CTWC. Like, again, I started this out just as a mere spectator watching the CTWCs and CTMs as they passed from year to year. I never thought that I would get a chance to be an active presence and to be able to contribute to the community. And I've said it before across many different Discords and places, but I'm grateful to have such a wholesome and kind-hearted community to contribute to. So for all of those watching, just thank you for being here, honestly, and for making every Tetris match that I play in or commentate or spectate just an absolute joy to behold. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the rest of the year has to bring. This is the third regional now that I've been to this year alongside Boston and Detroit, and I'm planning on going to the Live Wars one in a few months and hoping I can get out to Mini D and maybe North Carolina. Still waiting to hear dates on those, but it's a great time to be a fan of Tetris in 2026. There's no shortage of action, no shortage of excitement, and no shortage of chaos. And we'll see what chaos we get in these final minutes of this first qual session cover.
Oh, I totally missed your question. I totally missed your question. I kind of
It's fine. But so far so good here. Going pretty steady here. All of our players, you know, in that mindset, or at least what I can only assume is that mindset of hunting for that ideal pace so that they can try and either push the best game they've had so far or get that extra max out or two. We'll see how they decide to approach this. And 11 minutes is time for 2 solid games here, so certainly opportunities abound still to be had.
What was the question you asked before? I totally missed.
Good question. It's a lot of stuff for this hour stretch, but yeah, so here we go. So, and everyone looking for that ideal opportunity here. And Shadow Knight best poised to take an opportunity right now. We have already seen 3 max outs from Shadow Knight. A 4th one will certainly set a good tone here early on. 10-minute warning being sound in the background here, so yeah, and this is where players are going to have to decide, you know, what's the right type of game to play out here. Well, those we've seen, all of them are capable of putting up some worthwhile paces. Right now the focus on Shadow Knight here is closing in on the transition to 19 speeds. What could be a golden opportunity.
Tired not going for the Tetris there. Kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, everyone's stacking cleanly. This is relatively peaceful stretch here, which, you know, it can't be 24/7 non-stop Tetris chaos. There's got to be lulls, you know, the pushing and pulling of the tide, as I like to think.
But the ratings.
But the ratings. I think the ratings will be just fine cover. Here we go. Regardless of what happens on this game, Shadow Knight will still have a chance to get another good one in after, but honestly, if, you know, Shadow can get the ideal stretch here to max out this one and the next one, I'd like to think that's going to make a push for the top 4 seeds. I don't remember 100% the entire Qual list on the top of my head. I know, as again, we're going to see Cole in this. We're going to see Meme. I remember seeing Huff's name, if I'm recalling correctly. I remember seeing Hydrant's name. Pretty sure Guelphy was on that list. So, again, a lot of strong competitors within that.
Rough board, tired.
Here we go. Yeah, Tired's trying to make the push here, which, again, you got to try and find a game that you can feel comfortable to go after. Tired at this point already has the 960-something that had topped out with earlier, so if you're Tired, you're just swinging for the max out at this point. It's going to be hard to get a better non-max out score than that. This net, of course, already has one max out, so he's just seeing what he can add on to that, and hopefully he can add something on to that. And Bidwell is just having fun here, as Bidwell often does. But all eyes on Shadow Knight right now. He's got the 900k on level 25 here, so could max this out within the next level or two. Although some misdrops could prove to be costly here. He's going to have to find a way around this. A few bars would help here. Does get at least 2 bars to help the stack. Now has to find ways to access the various holes that are forming here. Oh my goodness, this is going to be tough, but now, you know, the suspense is building. Will Shadow Knight have enough time to clean this board up or to get the last-ditch Tetris or 2 somehow from here? This would be tragic if it ends up being just short of the max out, but we'll see. Look at this, though, from Shadow Knight. Is making a push. Only has 2 more burns that can be taken here, so has to go into 29, super high up. Somehow got that bar over to the left. That might have saved the stack here. Is still not to the max out, though. And it's not gonna happen. Just about 20,000 points short, but man, what an effort. Luckily, still has time to get that 4th and final max out in for Shadow Knight, so not over yet here. And Tired now going to the 19 starts. I can't remember if Tired's gotten a 19 max before in the illustrious DAS career that Tired has had, but it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. I'm curious, actually, how many DAS maxes there have been with 19 speeds. I have no clue what the number is, but I have to imagine it's a healthy number, because some people just like to push DAS to those limits. And again, I'm here for it. But right now, this and that, trying to push his rolling abilities to their limits as he's hoping to clutch out a second max of the, that bar flip. Bit of an awkward spot. Sure, that's always got to be a frustrating feeling whenever you've had that happen. Just trying to handle the rotations while you're having to do the very precise rolls, right, Cover?
Absolutely. I mean, we're seeing. Oh, never mind. I lost my train of thought.
That's fair. No, yeah, it's. I don't have first-hand experience with the rolling, obviously, as I'm a DAS tap hybrid myself, but that's why I like to get your thoughts just on some of the rolling minutiae, some of the finer points that someone who hasn't done rolling before might not notice, or, you know, for our spectators as well, as, you know, it's easy to see the action going on and thinking, oh, well, you know, that's doable. You know, someone can do that, but then, you know, you actually pick up the controller and start trying it out, and then there's a lot of pressure to it.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started rolling, really the main thing that everyone was telling, or the main tip was that everyone was telling me, was that it's a feel thing. You know, you'll feel the rolls, you'll develop a system based off of feel. And when I first heard that didn't really make sense to me.
That's fair. Oh, look at that T-tuck at this and that. Oh, that was insane. But now he's going to have to find a way to work through this. This is not as bad of a solve, though, if he gets the right pieces. Isn't getting great pieces, though. Oh, my goodness. He's still going to have enough time to start another game, but, man, you'd really like to just cash in the max out now if you can make it happen. But this is going to require just absolute Hail Mary of a stretch here on these upcoming lines. He is bringing this board down to more manageable height. This is, I think he knows what the situation is going to be going into 29, but here we go. He's burning his way through it. Needs to get something to the left, getting pieces, getting the burns. Oh my God, he gets the bar over. That's a triple. He's a Tetris away now. He might just line this out. Here we go. We're just outside of 2 minutes here, Cover.
I didn't think this and that was going to get out of that.
Again, I'm telling you, this is just something special. Oh no, a misplacement. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I was so ready for that cowbell, man.
There was an attempt. But
I mean,
what this and that showed was not easy at all.
yeah, he didn't get the 7-digit score, but that displays just of ambition to even push that game into 29 speeds. That's what's going to make him such a dangerous competitor. And I'm going to enjoy seeing that occur in the comp.
We're definitely going to see more of this and that in the Masters, Masters tournaments and stuff.
Like,
he definitely has the potential. Has maxes in all 3 play styles. Like, he's a dangerous player, really is. And,
yeah, they're all potent players. I mean, Shadow Knight's kind of got a very hefty Tetris resume in their own right here. Tired again, as I've said, has had plenty of DAS accolades. And then, of course, Bidwell, who is Bidwell. Oh, my goodness. But, hey, it's going to be a fun time here. So, as we go through this final minute and go through our final games, I'll say, just in case I forget to say it now, again, appreciate everyone being here. Again, if you're enjoying what you're seeing and want to give your support, Matcherino is and will be open throughout the weekend, so feel free to reward the players for their valiant efforts, and we're going to see a heck of an effort across these upcoming quals and brackets to come. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris?
Someone said it.
Someone said it. That was Hazel. I still can't see chat, but I'd like to think somewhere someone is typing in a buco.
Oh, absolutely. I would expect nothing less from the internet.
Oh, man. All right, so here we go. So for all of the players on screen here, this is their final opportunity, final chance to make some magic happen. So we already saw Bidwell get the 500K. Will he push into the 600K territory? We saw Tired get within a Tetris of the DAS max. Will he get it on this last game here? We've seen one max out from this and that. Can he get a second and push it into the 1.1 or beyond territory? And we've seen the 3 max outs from Shadow Knight. So at this point, you gotta imagine Shadow Knight just wants something good to end this qual on. All these players want something good to end it on. And hopefully that momentum will be carried into the second session where we'll see some more fun entities. I want to say Hazel's going to be one of the folks in the next session. I can tell you that I'll be one of the folks in the next session because why not? I'm here. It's early. Figure, whatever effort I end up having early on, I'm just going to have it and then relax and enjoy all the chaos that's going to come on Saturday, which definitely be sure to tune in for that, folks. You'll see all the different fun personalities, including one I haven't named because he's not going to be, one of the top seeds of the gold bracket, but he will be one of the top names on my checklist of people to interact with, and that is, of course, Martz and the Martz family. I am so hyped for that. I believe it was actually Game Scout himself who did a Tetris video about just some of the finer aspects of the Canadian Tetris scene and got to give Martz his due diligence there, and I was so happy to see Martz get that recognition. Like, if you don't know who Martz is, one, how, but also two, you just have to appreciate it. He's, again, not going to be one of the top players in the world, but he is the top player when it comes to matches played. And that's sort of that spirit that I love to see because, again, you're going to see high-profile play in and out, but I think the fact of the matter is that there is so much Tetris gameplay to appreciate, and whether, you're a rollover talent who's constantly pushing the 39 cap, or you're someone who's just starting out as you and I were once upon a time, Tetris is here, and it's a game that's meant to be enjoyed for all, and so, again, take that opportunity, go enjoy it. But let's enjoy these final games here as Bidwell, unfortunately, going to have his last breath, but round of applause there for Bidwell. Always enhancing every tournament that he's a part of. Speaking of people enhancing tournaments that they're a part of, I'm not 100% sure if they're even going to be qualing, but I will give a shout out to the person who's just off the mic and off the screen here, Mr. Zempro. who, again, we talk about so much of the behind-the-scenes work that gets done at these regionals and Tetris events and whatnot, and Zempo is often one of those folks, hammering away on the laptop. Also responsible for many of the lore and history via the Tetris database, which I'm grateful for, since I feel like I check it every other week. Actually, am I kidding? Probably every other day.
What lore do you speak of?
Oh, it's just the history of every single Tetris match that occurs.
Oh, that lore. Okay.
Yeah. Remember last year chatting with Zempo and they just showed me all the spreadsheets. And I've amassed a bit of a collection of my own, but it pales in comparison to what Zempo has. So, Tetris is a game of numbers, and, well, not to be redundant, but as someone named Math was, I enjoy numbers, so I think that's always been part of the allure for me for this game. That, and I think just the sort of the strive for perfection, the fact that you can always have a better game. Every game's going to be its own unique fingerprint. And gee, what an essence these final games might leave here for our players. Once again, Tired going for the pace here. Shadow Knight, certainly with a potential to turn this into one final max, and this and that, fighting for his life here. Oh, he needs something for that right side. It's not going to happen, but this and that, still getting the max here in the quals, and that is still going to count for something. Again, I would be surprised if that a max out alone won't be enough to make the gold bracket here, so looking forward to seeing who this and that will play in comp. So then there were two, and again, this is two games that could very easily produce two more max out here, Cover. So let's see what they can do here. Tired about to go into 19 speeds here. It's going to be right on the verge of the 600K. Meanwhile, Shadow Knight past 800K on level 25. This is the textbook scoring potential for where you want to be if you're trying to get to that million threshold. Here we go. It's going to be an exciting finish one way or another, Cover, but hopefully it ends in triumph and not in tragedy. Okay, this is, man, I'm almost afraid to even say anything just to break the tension here. This is nerve-wracking what we're seeing here. Again, they're playing clean, they're playing safe, but as we've mentioned so many times before, and as we've seen throughout this qual session, all it takes is one bad moment, one wrong piece placement for everything to get thrown awry. But these two determined to go out on a high note. Although it is Shadow Knight's board that's getting high here, misses on the placement, but does get the bar for the Tetris, gets this bar, so that guarantees the max out. And now how much further will Shadow Knight take it? Here we go. Final 29 stretch for this first session, unless Tired's going to surprise us with the roll switch. I don't think that's happening today, though. Couple of misplacements here, building the stairway to heaven, or I guess the ladder to heaven, if I can make a in-joke to myself. But A44 is the final game, so round of applause to Shadow Knight here. That is admirable performance here. 4 max outs on the day. I believe the highest was the 1.2, if I'm remembering the events of this past hour, so that should get favorable seeding here for Shadow Knight, at least for the first round. But here we go. It's all up to Tired now.
Last man standing.
Yep. All of the max outs we've seen here have been impressive, but you know I'm rooting for that Das max out, as my good friend who's on stage here, this and that, would say, Das is the best. Here we go. Tired's in the zone. Oh my god, this is amazing. This is what makes Tired just such a fearsome competitor, and it's also why I feel fear anytime I'm matched up against them, but it is a spectacle to see. I've said it a million times, and I'll say it 1,000,001. No matter how many matches, how many Tetris games I witness, this game will never get old for me. I will never get bored of it. Because every moment that I'm seeing is a moment for the players, and here we go. Is this going to be Tired's moment? I am going to ring this cowbell to the moon. Give him the bar. Give the bar, please. I am begging you, RNG. Yes! The Das Max! One more for the road. One more for the road. Bang! And that's how you finish a Qual session, folks. All right, well, one more time here. I'm Mathwiz. This is Coverdale's to my right. Thank you for enjoying this first session, but don't go anywhere because part 2 of the first half of Quals is coming up in just a moment here.
Players are warming up here. We've got Mathwiz in the top left, Game Scout in the top right, Hazel, Chaotic Hazel in the bottom left, and Tetris Ranger here in the bottom right. How close should I have the microphone? Like right here? Or pretty far, doesn't matter.
The gain's pretty low, so if you eat the mic, you can eat the mic. Just try to be at a similar distance.
All right.
Whatever. One of you shouldn't be here, one of you should be here.
Okay.
Just match each other.
Alrighty.
What do you want, Bossy?
Oh boy. Hazel is attempting to lock in right now. I think if she tried that, it might unlock very quickly. Wait, monthly rated? I didn't see that. Yeah, that's sick. Super quick.
This is covering that up.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's put chat up. Oh no. Chat's routine. He's saying he's gonna go away. He's saying he's covering it up in front.
He had it. He had the scores in a box. It was grabbing from the source.
I gotta put this up against something.
We're going to do a war-style points wall. 2 points for every million, 1 point for every 100,000 past a million. 60 minutes.
Ready or not, here you come.
There's
AO1.
probably a source they just have to redirect. I get it. Go warm up.
Kicker's the highest score you get, I'm assuming.
I think it's just the highest score period, right?
Yeah, the highest score you get, yeah.
Should be pretty sick. Hello, Mathwiz.
Tetris Ranger, max out pace into 39.
That's right, that's right.
What's it?
If I remember correctly, his PB is around a 6 something. I don't quite remember exactly. I ought to know better.
What can I watch if I don't want to get rage baited?
You're in the wrong line of work if you don't want to get rage baited.
Where's like, I mean, also, I actually don't know. All I know is Mathwiz, like I'm guessing.
Now, Mathwiz has a very interesting play style, of course. If you saw his hands on the table, you would see it for sure.
I'm excited to get this started. I want to see what happens.
What are we thinking? What do you think Mathwiz is going to get?
In between them.
I think Mathwiz, he was just telling me earlier, he was actually on camera, he said his Qual PB here at CTWC Philly last year was a 793, so that's his goal, 793, remember that.
Mathwiz?
Yeah.
I believe in Mathwiz. Mathwiz is going to get 860.
860?
Yeah.
I believe it, I think he could do it too.
That's so. Eat the mic. Wait, which one can you not hear? I'm tired, and that's this and that.
Can't hear the other one.
Who's the other one?
Turned on.
All right, boss.
Make sure it's turned on. Pull the flag down. Pull the flag down. Switch the mic on.
It wasn't on.
Oh, there you go. All right, take two. Can you hear us both now? There you go. All right. I'm this and that.
And I'm tired, and you're watching.
Classic Tetris.
Everybody ready?
Now we can do the. Where we make a T-piece in the air.
TPs.
Instead of the. Oh, we're gonna get sued if we say that.
We're gonna get copyrighted. It's gonna be great.
Copyrighted. Well, we should copyright it. I'm really Okay. Well, you should just put your mic back more,
All
and
right.
I'll
Works
put
for
it
me.
here.
Works for
If
me.
this is good.
I'm seeing thumbs up
It's-
everywhere. We must be starting.
It's inside of my mouth, so I can't really go much farther.
Can't confirm. He's right there. Right there. The real Freckle. Yes, this is an open event.
Yeah, and there's qualifiers on
Tetris.
Saturday.
All right, we've just started. Players are working. Everybody's starting on 18 thus far. Looks like Tetris
Oh.
Ranger as well.
It looked like it was going to start on 15 for a second there.
That's what his pieces were on the top album. I
yeah.
think it was on 24 or 25.
Oh, 25.
This is indeed an open event. We actually have qual sessions tomorrow at, when are they tomorrow? 5 or 6 p.m.? No, earlier. Like
And
1 or
there's-
2 p.m.? I don't remember. I can look.
And there's more than enough
Space.
space for everyone to qualify. If you want to come in on Saturday last minute, I'm sure that if you got a ticket, it would be fine.
You'd definitely be able to. You should see how many open setups there are here. Right now, today on on Friday, there's more setups than people who want to play right now. So we have many more setups than people who like to play.
Hazel has 4 dependencies.
Has filled in 2 of them.
Yep.
Oh, would have gotten the L right there. Unfortunate.
Oh,
set
setting
your
up though.
row
That's
two.
respectable. Row 2. Very respectable.
Especially when you're rolling, you can
Will she
accommodate
get
for that.
rewarded?
Where's the bar?
Any day now.
Drought counter
No,
going. No.
Oh, probably missed the spin
Unfortunate.
there. Surely meant to burn the single, right?
On our top left, we have a DAS tap hybrid. Top right is a DAS player. Our only roller is in the bottom
Yes.
left. So if you're looking for the very high scores, that's the one to watch. Chaotic Hazel.
Yeah, there's a bunch of seating here to watch in person. Anyone is welcome to come.
Already some very interesting stacks. Mathwiz with his trademark push down. He really likes pushing down, although he says on his pad list he doesn't push down as much. But here he is, pushing down yet again.
You see all players still alive here on their first game. Very, very impressive. I
know
couldn't say the
somebody who
same in
wasn't.
my game. Okay, bro. I see how it is. Yes, Philly is the CT Wars format, but 60 minutes instead of 90.
60 minutes is tough though. I was getting tired by the end though, so I think it's a good time. Great dirty Tetris there
Oh,
from
Scout,
Hazel.
come on. Give him the bar. He's all the way
18
up.
piece Stroud now, 19, 20,
The
there it is.
triple.
20 piece Stroud for Scout, but he gets the Tetris in the end. 211 now.
Scout having to burn down there a lot, but staying alive, that's what matters. And you can't say the same for Tetris Ranger, as he's going to have to start off another game and is going to be playing on 15 here. Maybe that might give him a better chance to make it far. Hazel's not too happy about that, I'm guessing.
15 start, not the best for scoring, but if you're topping out on 18, sometimes it's good to try and recharge on 15. Get your legs back under you.
Mathwa's trying to get clean here. Scout not with the best board, but with some good pieces could bring this back under control.
Mathwas on a column 9, gets the Tetris.
Very good adjustment there from Scout. Hopefully he gets this bar, or at least gets the L. What is he going to do about that side? Oh, and the square. Oh, my God.
Great squares for Scout. He laughs. He knew he got away with that one.
Nah, he was due. He was due. Oh, Mathwas up high. That is the
Gets
most
a
surprising
flag,
thing
gets another
I've
flat
seen.
burn. Gets
Oh,
that bar
he's
to
gonna
the
survive.
Right. If he gets
Bar
that
to the
bar
left.
oh, it barely made it over.
Oh, doesn't go left there. Still has the dependency, but fills it there and fills it with the bar.
That
will
won't
be able
burn.
to burn down here. Gets the pieces.
He's getting some nice bars here to be able to get out of this.
What a good adjustment by Mathwiz.
And he's going to survive that. Tetris. All players under a 50% Tetris rate. This is kind of a suffer game for everyone to start out.
It just
But
looks
that's
like
why they give you an hour.
Yeah, bad seat here. Unlucky.
It's not SPS.
You're not supposed to say that. It was a little joke from me to the audience.
For me to the audience. All right, I see it.
Oh, Mathwiz with the perfect well transfer.
Row
and is going to
2.
take the 2 burns instead of playing on that row. Oh, Scout with the split double. That was
Mathwiz
so
has
good.
had a column 2 and a column 9. If that's not the Mathwiz experience, I don't know what is.
I don't get everyone's making such good placements, but their pace is so bad. How is that possible?
Sometimes the pieces just
This is
mess
just
with
so
you.
unlucky. They're playing so good, I swear. And Mathwiz finally getting it down there just in time for transition. Oh, it takes that burn.
Those S pieces
And
are
gets-
so bad.
Gets punished for that
More S pieces.
sack. Just in time for transition, will he be able to get it down? Oh no.
Sorry, doctor's orders. All I have are S pieces, and he's setting
Oh,
up
give
here.
him the bar
Oh
for the
my
Tetris.
Goodness.
No,
No,
he
and
covers
that's
the
it.
well and he tops out 413.
is going to be the top for
He
Mathwiz.
just needs to do that twice, and he gets what his goal is and what our predictions are. Scout going into transition here is going to set up and get the Tetris into transition, but will he be able to burn
452
this
in
down?
transition.
Really good
This is
placement.
definitely
Oh, doesn't
dassable.
take the skim though. Can he get it down all the way to the right?
He's working at it.
Come on,
That
square.
square's
What a burn.
perfect. That can get left. Nice.
Right. With dodge and weave here.
That is DAS 19 for you, especially when you're
Oh,
not
I
clean.
really like that placement from Scout, but I don't know if that's
There's
going to
the
help.
bar.
Will he be able to survive
anything
here?
go
Gets
flat.
that over. Oh, takes the triple. Come on. All the way left, all the way left, all the way right.
Oh,
no.
and that T piece hangs there in column 2.
Hangs because he
Column
didn't
9.
have all the full dash. He tops out.
All players have topped out now.
Uh-huh.
On to game 2. This is a Qual. We don't hold your top outs against you, but they can't be doing that for too long. 53 minutes remain now.
pushes down instead of adjusting and is taking 30 burns for it. You know, it's a classic.
Enskelite wishing Mathwiz well,
Mhm.
hoping for a 1.5 into.
1.5 into 19, Enskelite said. I feel like that's very realistic for Mathwiz.
I think
mean,
he could do it. He just needs to push down a little more.
Yeah. It's really because he's not pushing down enough, because those points really do matter. Oh, interesting. Scout takes the Tetris before filling the dependency, but gets 5 bars, so it did not matter that time. Mathwiz up top, and is going to give up, even though he could have burned that down.
Unfortunate.
He's on
there.
blazing pace there, too. I don't know why he wanted to reset. Looks like Hazel is going to top out again.
I believe all of these players were here at the Philly Regional last year. I don't recall how they did, but they're hoping to do better than that this year, of course.
Both of these commentators not at the Philly Regional last year. It is our first time.
First time at the Philly Regional, and we're very happy to be here. It's a great time. And if you're in the area, I would heavily recommend coming out here to either watch or play yourself.
Scout up high again.
Mathwiz
Will
as
he
well.
be able to dig this down this time? Really good pieces.
This
Doesn't
is
flip that up.
18. He can work with these
Left.
speeds.
Oh, really good placements. And gets it down, gets the Tetris, gets another one, and his stack is just now under control. Mathwiz with a really good skim there and gets the Tetris. Looks like our players are getting into a bit of a groove here. Everyone clean. I feel like that's the first time I've seen that since 10 seconds in. So it's a real big improvement. I don't think I was clean until an hour in. So,
59 minutes. Give yourself a break.
hey, I started that game at 59 minutes and 59 seconds.
I saw. I was already about 30 lines into choking a game, you know? A lot of fun.
Wow.
Great skim with that square from Mathwiz. Gonna have to get to this hole in column 8
Oh,
though.
what a good
There
double
it
by
is.
Scout.
This is
Come on,
a
give him the
Tetris
bar,
well if
give
he
him the
gets
bar, and gets the Tetris.
There it is. 187 now
Beautiful.
for Scout.
Oh, wants to keep those burn options open on the right. Sorry, I misdropped the commentary.
Hey, it happens to the best of us.
Yes. Stunning Ryan in the chat.
Who's that guy?
Let's go Tetris Ranger, you're my goat, please. I
Tetris
agree.
Ranger with near the highest score of anybody on the screen
Yep.
right now.
Except for Scout. I guess that's why.
That's why I said near.
I think Mathwis, this is going to be a good game for him. Oh, he's stacking up high. Doesn't get the adjustment. Closes the well. Doesn't matter, though.
Looking for the bar. There it is. Crosses
perfect.
the 200,000 mark.
Gets the Tetris.
Players now have 50 minutes left.
I'm not stunning Ryan. Sorry, I misread that.
How dare you?
The shot's a little small. I can't really see it.
3-2 on Mr. Hats, wishing on Mathwiz. Well.
Mathwiz, get the bar, 2 bars. Oh, does not want to take a single burn.
Looking for the Aki bar so bad.
That's
there it is.
6-7%
There's
Tetris
one.
rate. Does not want to
bar,
take a burn.
But the well is covered.
Has
to go
player
for the triple there. Unfortunate.
taking 8 burns and counting instead of taking the 2 burns. Devastating. I've never done that before.
Never once in my life. Scout with some nice burns to reopen the well. He's looking for this Tetris. He's at 325, one of the highest scores we've seen so far. Could have set up that T-spin dependency right there, which would have been super swag.
Mathwiz gets the well open. Will he get the Tetris?
Difficult to see, though. There's the
Let's
Tetris for
go.
Mathwiz.
And give him another one.
Should I introduce these players, you think?
Yeah. I don't know any of them. So
I guess it's my job. I'll do color. Top left of your screen, actually one of my best friends in the Tetris community, Mathwiz 100 or 101, depending. Restreamer extraordinaire. He's probably better known for his restreams than his play, but he has gotten 2 max outs, one last year and one this year. Looking for number 3 here in this qual.
Scout looking to get these last 2 Tetrises before transition. Wants a chance at
Scout going to go in with a high
score
400 here if he gets this last Tetris.
Oh, and he's set up for it and gets the bar. Gets the Tetris into 19.
469, the transition there.
Speaking of Scouts, you want to introduce him, his many accomplishments in the Tetris scene.
Thank you.
Good comms.
Scout, possibly one of the most famous members of the Tetris scene, even if it's not for his accomplishments. Runs a Tetris channel called A Game Scout, as you might have imagined. Chances are, if you're in the Tetris community, it is because of this guy specifically. Here trying to show his gameplay chops, highest score we've seen thus far. Oh, who is that on comms? Asked Talbot. Well, funny you should say that.
Of course, Talbot says that.
It is this and that and tired here on comms.
Talbot might be the most voice-blind person I've ever met.
Hello, Talbot.
He did teach me juggling, though, and he said
that is swag.
He said I could juggle forever.
Scout trying to work with this board. He's getting these pieces left
Scout's
and right.
Scout's gonna get this 8 high. Oh, I believed.
That square
tops
doesn't get
out
over
544.
544
but
will
a good
be the
score
top
there.
Out.
8-9.
Mathwiz in transition as well. Hello, Talbot.
Oh, Mathwiz sets up that precarious burn on level 20.
Mathwiz is a hyper tapper DAS.
Oh, what a Tetris!
Hybrid.
Beautiful. Looks like he's gonna burn down here.
But by his own, in his own words, he says when he tries to get high piece movement, he ends up dassing instead of tapping. So, not quite the kind of speeds that you might be imagining with hyper tapping. But he makes it work for himself. He's at 514 now.
Hey, I just watched Coffee get 1.38 with slower taps than Mathwiz has, so anything is possible.
It could happen here.
What's that? Plug the Matcherino.
Looks like the bottom right here, we have $28 for our players so far. We want to see.
Please keep using those codes. I can't see if you've actually exhausted them yet, but
I'm guessing in the chat you probably type !Matcherino to donate to the prize pool.
One of the best ways to help these players incentivize them to keep coming out to these things.
Oh, look at that. You only need one, !M. That's so easy. That's like 5 clicks.
Some of us are on a Some of us can't type all of the letters. You only need 2 letters to type this thing out.
Hazel out of nowhere, on a pace here.
690. These S's are horrible.
Getting these pieces over, needs a bar here.
No, those are Z pieces.
Oh, but it's set up for the Tetris
Where's
in
the
the middle
bar?
and
There's
gets
the
it.
bar. 720 now. Highest score
Will
we've
she
seen
set
so
up
far.
again?
Setting up again.
Oh, but takes the triple.
That is the triple, though.
Burns it down, very disciplined, looking for the max out, still on pace here. Just need to get it
735
clean.
here.
Doesn't take the single, gets the Tetris.
45 minutes remaining for these players. 1/4 of the qual time is already eclipsed.
Come on, Hazel needs these pieces.
Nice pieces to be able to burn down here from Hazel.
Definitely still on pace here as long as you don't get into a dig. Needs these last lines to get a max out by 29, but Hazel is a roller here, and
that means that 29 may be in the cards.
29 is ability for Hazel. Hazel before going up on stage told me that her 29 PB was around the realm of 250,000. So
that's more than enough already at this point to be able to get that max out and get the 2 points on the board. Of course, the max out is only the lowest you might want. If you go for the 1.1 or 1.2, that's just more points in the bank.
Needs a bar here. Wants to.
Oh, this kept
set up for a
happening to me.
Tetris.
Set up. Oh
Gets
my
the
goodness,
bar,
there's
gets
the bar.
Tetris.
940.
Needs to get this down though.
On 28, this isn't going to be a
Beautiful
Tetris.
triple.
Getting it down.
Can it get before 29?
Needs both
has
Tetrises
one
to get it
burn.
before 29.
Gets the first one.
Needs the last one
more.
now.
Get your bells out. Needs one more piece to set up his
One more
setup.
piece. Where's the bar? 15 piece stretch. 16.
She's holding
17.
out. 18
there it
and
is.
gets it for the Tetris.
Tetris
into
in the
29.
kill screen, and it
and
is
counting.
enough.
What is she going to be able to do here? She's burning this down.
Going to be able to get another point if you get to the 1.1.
Oh, but gets the early max out, and that's what you're looking for.
1.033.
Gets that pressure off, and is just able to do anything here. What a good game, what a good clutch.
GG's.
That's just.
To answer your question, Talva, yes, we both qualified in slot number 1, so that was just an hour ago.
Woo!
Did it? We both qualified with 1 max out, so Hazel has just matched that score with most of the qual left to go. Going to be able to pass us here with another max out. Anyone know who is going, asked Chen. Let me see. Well, you've got these 4 players. You've got Zempro on the side, who also maxed out with a 1.1. You've got myself.
Hazel gets Club 0 in the game after the max out. That's a classic.
El Clasico, you might say.
Better to get it out of her system sooner rather than later.
Exactly. Better today than tomorrow, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, and don't want to go 20 lines in and top out. Better to go 0 lines in. It's very efficient.
Yes, very efficient. That's what quals are all about.
And that's key in this format where every game matters, every second matters. So, topping out 20 lines sooner could mean you have an extra game at the end of the qual, So I feel like that's a very, very smart decision to just get the Club 0 there and eliminate the nerves instead of going into 29 and thinking about the back-to-back max or anything like that when you just want to be focused on the qual.
Let me see, who else is here? Well, at the moment, let's see, who qualified last session?
You think Hazel gets out of this?
I think she can. Whether now that is one of the earliest talks I have ever seen.
Doom and despair.
Oh my goodness. That's the first time I've seen about a, 40 frame early. 40 frames early.
I've never seen a roller tuck like that. Like the tuck like a DAS player. Even the wall charge is, 12 frames there?
It looks like an early shift if you take out the EV. Anyway.
Wow, you're banned.
I'm banned. They're going to throw me out. Not going to let me on commentary anymore.
Oh, Mathwas hangs the bar.
King bar.
34%.
Game Scout doesn't get that bar left either, so 413 will be his final score this game. Who else qualified? Oh, Shadow Knight, yes. Shadow Knight currently the 1 seed after only the first qual session with 7 points. Tired and I both with
Shadow
2
Knight
points.
7?
Yeah, 7.
She's more. I thought she was 11.
I think it was 7. I can't remember.
Yeah, click the yellow part on the side.
Oh, it's 11 points.
I knew I was right.
Ah, of course you were.
I would never sell Shadow Knight short like that. To even think that Shadow Knight wouldn't get 10 points is ludicrous.
I remember seeing 7 at one point. Oh well.
Uh-huh.
Hello, False Minute. Good to see you in chat there. Game Scout with an interesting board state. Very interesting.
Game Scout not trusting his abilities to hit that quick tap to the left there.
Quick taps are difficult things. Very difficult.
Says you.
Says me. But then I don't play DAS anymore because I can't hit quick taps.
Well, there you go. But you can hit rolling, and I can't do that. So, there's pros and cons.
Pros and cons. Speaking of cons, tomorrow we will have an appearance from one con plays Tetris.
Wow.
Which should be pretty interesting.
What a segue. You might be the best commentator of all time.
W segue. What are you talking about?
Even though you said that thing earlier, I think they're going to let you back on comms just for that segue. What a good tuck by.
One thing I like
the
about
Game Scout.
Mathwiz is that he's very expressive when he plays the game and he's qualifying.
Yeah, and if you just watch Mathwiz, you can go through a range of emotions, so you can see why he's being so expressive.
The seven
minute-
stages of grief, among other things.
Yeah, 1 minute he has the well open and he's ready to bang down some Tetrises, and the next minute he's playing 19-4.
Wait, this is
into
CTWC.
transition.
We can say boom Tetris, right? But only here.
You can say whatever you want.
What's that? Oh, that's funny. Kind of funny. We just heard they're actually playing "My Name Is Jonas" on Rock Band. So
They said that already.
there you are.
Oh, Mathwiz with an unoptimal Vit setup.
Every Vitz is optimal. You heard it here first. You
But-
can take
but-
that one to the
but-
bank.
But for the aura with all these viewers, oh, and doesn't do the tuck, but gets the Tetris.
That L in 2-3 is so bad. It's just very difficult to
Yeah.
deal with. Although he
Who
gets out
would
of it in
it-
3 burns, which is really good for that kind of hang.
Shaking his head no when he should be nodding yes. I've never seen Mathwiz burn that efficiently before. Bringing out all the stops here for this CTWC Philly Regional.
Tetris Ranger going back to 15, seeing if it will surf him better than 18 was.
Yeah, I figured that out the hard way. Sanzel with the crowd and everything. I just
False Minute, you can look at the start.gg to be able to see that.
okay. Well, you're just gonna interrupt me in the middle of my sends, and you said you're on color, but I mean that's okay.
color, very color. Hazel here at 411, highest score so far.
Like
That we're
Elmo?
s-
Like Elmo?
I don't know.
As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I had to figure out the distractions portion of the qual the hard way. This is my first time ever qualing in person, even though it's my 3rd regional, considering I qualled online in Toronto and was not able to qual in CTWC. And I was distracted the whole time. That's all I'll say. That's my good cope. And then I put on my headphones last game, got a max out. So, if you think about it, I would have done that every game if I had my headphones on.
He was definitely on pace to do so. Some very nice
Speaking
games from
of-
all of our players now.
Speaking of pace, Hazel with a 67% Tetris rate, looking to go into transition here.
Covered
Needs
up
to
by
get
that
this well
nasty
open
draw
though. Really
counter,
good
though.
piece there. Needs one more. 2 more Minos to be filled in. Needs
Kind of
the
a bad time
bar
for a bar,
and
but
gets
there
the
it is.
Tetris.
498 now for Hazel.
Oh, sees that burn with the square. Very good. Gets the really good adjustment. Has the board set up for 19.
Mathwas as
has
well
to cover the
about
well
to
again,
enter
but
transition.
goes in with 525. Very respectable, especially for Hazel, looking for another way to score some points on the board and improve her seed. Looking
Would
very
be able
good.
to pass both of us if Hazel were to get another max out right here.
I mean, who are we kidding? We were never going to beat Hazel.
True. Fun fact about Hazel, made Kingsman's Fave 5 just this year for 2026. Looking forward to see what she's to do.
Oh, really good double there.
Great double, I love
Set up
that.
for the Tetris.
That
600
crowd counter has been ticking a lot.
600 into 21 is right where you want to be. And gets that Tetris.
60% Tetris rate will get you that max out if you maintain it all the way to kill screen.
5% to spare here for Chaotic Hazel. Board not looking very chaotic as she brings it under control with those dependencies and gets the Tetris.
You notice I didn't put the chaotic up there on the screen. Maybe they knew something we didn't.
Might be having to rebrand a Calm Hazel after these pieces. But as we say that, the calm before the storm coming in.
But there's
but
the
she's
bar,
able to
perfect
handle.
time.
She's able to weather that completely. And gets the bar, gets the Tetris.
Keeping the 65% rate here all the way through 23.
Really disciplined double there. Closing the well through this drought. Gets the bar, gets the Tetris again. All these bars going down in Tetris is
one of the most important things in Tetris, knowing when to burn, and Hazel's been doing it very well so far this game.
Doesn't even need the single.
That Aki bar not working against her. Another bar, 825 here into
That's
25.
the beauty of rolling. You can just put that bar, not having to take the triple.
Most certainly 1.1able here into kill screen.
And definitely 1.1able after. Oh.
This is going to be difficult now. Oh. I had so many games like that if you were watching just an hour ago.
This is
827 the top out, and that's not going to be good for anything, unfortunately. If this were an average Qual that weren't Wars session, that would have counted towards her AO2, her average of 2 best scores. But this is Wars format, and it doesn't work quite that way.
Hazel topping out there at 827, but very respectable score and goes right back into another one.
Only player close to transition right now, Tetris Ranger here, closing in on 400,000. I believe that would be his best score so far this Qual.
I feel like I saw him with a 400,000. What does he have? Oh, 381. So Tetris Ranger currently on his best score of the Qual. Looking to maybe be lining out here unless he gets a really good opportunity.
Ooh, that bar not
But
getting all the way to the left
I don't know if the
side.
game's going to let him line out here as that bar hung in
He's
column
going to have
two.
to set something up here. There's
But
that bar, gets
beautiful
it over.
triple. And I mean, with dash control like this, I don't even know why he's lining out. See, and look at that. That was beautiful. With
Another triple.
the
Those
wall
triples
charge.
do add up. Getting these pieces left and right. Simple Tetris. Simple Tetris.
A little bit shaky, but has it under control. As he's set up for the triple.
Gets that
Takes
double
the
there.
double.
Every little bit counts here.
Yep.
Everything from here on out is gravy. He's already got the score that he's going to use so far.
Yep. But wants to set the score of the hour for him. Oh, doesn't get that bar over.
Another triple. I'm telling you, they add up. 440 now for
can
Tetris
he hit
Ranger.
the 8 high?
An
The
8
2-frame
high quick tap
tap
would be necessary here. It would be
He's
a
set up
Tetris
for
if
the
you were to get
Tetris.
it. Oh, and that's going to be at
I've never seen Tetris
440
Ranger
now
miss
for
that
Tetris
quick
Ranger.
tap with that quick tap. I've never seen him miss an 8 high.
Yeah, me neither.
So it's just he didn't get that bar there. Or else he
Didn't get the
would've had it.
chance.
Unlucky. It's really all the pieces there. There's nothing he could have done about that.
Mathwas with a 68% Tetris rate. Once again, 60% is what you need for the max out into kill screen.
I mean, it's looking to shape up to be a pretty nice game here if he can get another Tetris.
Bar comes at just the wrong time. He was a single Mino shy. Now he's ready though. There's the bar.
It's pushing down instead of adjusting. Classic Mathwas.
Certainly.
Doesn't get punished.
It wouldn't be Mathwas if he didn't do that. Both of our top players on pretty nice games right now. Scout at the same line count, but 50,000 ahead. That's some great efficiency here through the first two-thirds of 18. Sorry.
Top players, not to be confused with top players, as we have Math was there. I definitely say the two to look out for this Qual is Scout and Hazel. But Hazel ahead of the pack by a long shot as she opens the well.
Mathwas with a great triple there to save his board.
Yeah, but let's look at this game from Scout here. 101 lines, 480,000 and counting.
Some very
passes
good pace.
the 500,000 mark at 105 lines.
This is just about 600K pace if he wanted to go for it.
This is average tired pace right here.
Yeah, if you're not topping out at 20 lines.
Yeah.
Hey, what can I say? I do the same thing sometimes. Both of our top players remaining in a good game. I think they're all warmed up now. What do you say? They're halfway in.
Yeah, I mean, it's about time, right?
30 minutes.
Hazel with a column, 8 vids.
Very disciplined placements here. Knows what he has and knows what he has to do, and
not messing around with it.
Doesn't have to do too much here. 3 more Tetrises would give him well above a 600,000 transition, which is way ahead of the pace that you need for a max out if he can keep this up into 19.
He only needs one of these Tetrises to get the 600K transition. There it is.
And as long as he gets a few more burns, even if there's no more Tetrises, he will have that 600,000 transition.
Up the there.
But
like we said, playing very principled.
Yep, is not gonna be able to get this last Tetris before transition, but will burn in, gets the triple, opens the well.
601 the transition. Let's see what he can do here.
Building out that left does not want to give up this chance here.
He's going to play it a little bit safe here. Anything he can get right now. This is going to be the score that he's going to use. Previous best was... Oh, well. He didn't have a previous best.
Oh, come on. All the way left.
Can't get that bar over, but he can survive this with some nice Tetris gameplay.
Has a Tetris Ranger situation on his board. Gets that over.
Perfect. Gets that bar left. He's going to survive
down.
this. 6:30 now for Hit Game Scout.
Hasn't got a Tetris yet on this 19 stretch, but is still alive, and that's what matters.
Hazel in kind of a tough spot here. Was on good pace.
His board is going to build up here a little bit. Doesn't take the double there. His board
needs to
climbing,
get something left, but that's going to be it. 6:35 now. Final score for Game Scout. Hazel is set up for something. I don't know what that is. Gets the bar, though, so he's going to be able to survive this. Another bar. Where were those bars for me last hour? Oh, well. Going to be looking for a blue piece now to try and get out of this. No blue pieces incoming. Hazel just digging out of this. This is some dirty Tetris. Working her way down.
Looking for some straight pieces. Gets the double, opens the well. Perfect well transfer, doesn't put weight on that right, and gets the Tetris. This is still very maxable for Hazel here. We know what she can do on 19. We know what she can do on 29.
Once again, rolling so helpful for these things.
Doesn't have to worry about bringing the pace back like I would. And then topping out at 550 on 20.
Happens to the best of us. That is the DAS. That is the DAS experience right there. Playing pretty sick on 18, 550 on 20, and it's just NT. You have to go next.
Yeah, and gets the...
Nice double from Tetris Ranger. He's got everything opened up now.
Already back on pace for Hazel, I'd say. Especially with this Tetris and open for this next one. Looking very clean here in the 19 stretch.
A very nice sloping board. That's exactly what Jonas tells you in his stacking videos.
That's exactly what what this and that does.
Every time.
So I know
every
he's
time.
happy about it. And Hazel.
Even though Jonas has been passed away now for some time, his videos are still the ones that people recommend for brand new players coming right into the scene. His videos are still the best ones for beginners.
Yeah, very,
all this
very
time.
approachable, very good to learn from.
Hazel with an interesting board here. This would be a triple if she got it.
Yep.
There it is. Another triple with another bar.
Yep.
Just going to try and burn this down.
Burn it down.
Take a wrecking ball to that stack, but in a good way.
Losing a little bit of the pace here, but might build up this right side Tetris.
And is going
Will
to.
go for it. It's set up here.
Oh, those squares! 3 in a row. Can work with this.
Committed.
Oh, what an interesting setup.
But it does get the Tetris.
Great
and will
bar.
have a,
Probably going to burn
a
this
one
away.
Burn transfer. If she can get it. There's the piece. And good pieces to fill out that left to set
Now
up for
we're
the Tetris.
grooving again. Now we're working at it.
Just needs that long bar. And
There
gets
it
the
is.
Tetris
678
again.
now for Hazel. 679.
Yeah. The pace now not ideal if you want to max out before 29.
Can't say the
But
same for
is-
Scout and Mathwiz, who are on very good pace, but still very early on 18.
Yep. And Mathwiz. Oh, well, you got me excited, but he's at 18 lines.
I did say he was early.
Well, yeah, with Scout, I look at Scout, he's at 80 lines, and then I look at Mathwiz Tetris rate first. Anyways, let's focus on what matters here. Hazel at 26 here.
Closest to
This
the
is
max that we've seen from any of the players aside from
make
herself
or
already.
break for me and this and that. Is this the time that we get past, or will it be in another 10 minutes?
It's tough to get to that max out. I think it's very easy to get to that 600 or 700K, but that max out, very difficult to actually get to, especially when you've got all the nerves on you, all the eyeballs of CTWC. But there's that Tetris for Hazel. This is make or break right here on
Yeah.
28,
I think-
27,
I
sorry.
think- Is this max with no burns? No.
No, needs one more on the kill screen.
Yeah, -4. Now -8.
Going to need some kill screen here.
Yeah.
That is a triple as well, so only one Tetris remaining here for Hazel, should she get it.
Definitely doable here. We want to see this one last Tetris, though. And we don't want to see...
Can't stack up too
we
high,
don't
though.
want to see a stack too high.
Gets that
This
Tetris
is
in.
very doable. Gets the double over.
910 into kill
burning
screen. He's
down.
90,000 here on the kill screen to pass
Come on.
us. We are holding
80,000.
our breath right now.
Oh, is setting up for the Tetris. Come on, bar.
Bar, there it
Oh my
is.
God,
One more would do it.
963, one more.
One more
One
bar
Tetris
for
will do
Hazel.
it. It is set up.
Set up. There's the
Gets
bar.
Tetris.
Max
What a
out for
clutch.
Hazel. How is her max
What a
out?
clutch.
And she's in complete surprise that she got that. But insane.
Can't believe it.
There's no room to spare there. 1,000 to
Beautiful play
spare.
on level 29 there to clutch it. Needed 2 Tetrises, got them both. Needed all the
Barely
burns
got
there.
it, but that is what matters.
Perfectly
2,000
got
points
it.
ago. That's
Yeah.
great. Scout here, about to enter 19. Once again, one more line will do it.
And that will put Hazel propelled all the way up to the 2nd position so far, right above Zempro with the 1.1.
There are many more quals left. Come back tomorrow to see them in the morning, and then in the evening we'll have the bracket, or at least in the afternoon, I believe.
Math was playing very disciplined with these burn options. Scout with another game here is playing very consistent 18. 550 into 20. Very, very respectable, very good pace. Is going to be looking for
He's not up there for whatever reason.
high 600, I remember. And
That
gets the
row
Tetris.
2 is great on that right side. He's inching up on that 600K now.
Yep.
Tetris Ranger as well, 370. This is going to be into 19, so 394 into
Looks like-
19. Let's see what he can do here. Triple
Oh.
flip. Wasn't so
Scout
bad.
was set up
Oh,
for the
no
Tetris, but had to
bar.
take that triple to burn it down. Very smart.
Unfortunate.
Very smart decision, but Scout hitting that 600K.
Hazel with
Again.
another El Clasico. Once again, quals are the time to do with the El Clasico, which is topping out early after a very good game.
Come on. Scout almost set up. With that burn, will be set up for the Tetris.
Where's
Just
the
needs a bar here
There
in
it
the
is.
drought. Gets the bar, gets the Tetris.
635.
635. And counting here.
Great bar in column 9 there. I probably wouldn't have seen that myself.
20 minutes.
20 minutes remaining for these players now.
Scout not wanting to burn down there too soon, but burns down. Is looking for, is Tetris ready again?
Some great double welling here from Scout when the bar is not
and
coming,
gets
and there
the
it
Tetris.
is.
675.
Doesn't want to push anything to the left side.
Is
This is
set
a
up for the
dirty
Tetris.
if he
and
gets it.
Gets it.
Oh my
and
goodness.
is set up for another one.
Has the Tetris down the right side now, right in the normal
Can
well.
you believe it? What a good burn
oh
in
my
the Tetris.
Goodness. 739 now for Scout.
And is
By
clean.
far and away his best game of this qual
And is
so
set
far.
up again. Just needs the bar and gets the
These
Tetris.
bar timings are so good.
And
it
this
can be
is
so hard
this is
to pace with
maxable.
Das.
This is fringe, but this is maxable, especially with
If
how
he
he's
plays
playing right
cleanly
here
enough.
with another
oh my
Tetris.
Goodness. 805 here on 26 now. Needs the Aki bar.
Oh,
Double
elects to
welling.
not take even a single burn there. Is going for it all. Has to burn down there. I think Scout, I think 2 burns.
Gonna have to take them
If he
both
wants to
right
get
here.
that. Oh.
Unfortunate.
But what a great game there from a Game Scout.
That mid-post from
813K.
Game Scout was legendary.
Level
Those
27.
pieces were great.
That was amazing. Very good play in the middle of 19 there for Scout.
Amazing stuff here from all of our players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was 2 burns, so it was tough, but it was definitely doable. It's just, they didn't give you the piece that you needed there. It was just unlucky.
Freaking day. It's always day.
Yeah. Big T, big T.
Remember when I said all of these players were trying to do better than they did last year, given they attended? Well, I've gotten confirmation, and this is Hazel's best qual for any regional.
Not only is this Hazel's best qual, this is Hazel's first and second max out in any qual ever, live or online.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Way to doubt me, even though I just got our stats people on that. So doubting.
I'm
me
about
just
to
means
get
you're
fact
doubting
checked.
Goodwill. I mean, we've gone over this. We can pull it up again if you want,
NT.
or maybe for once you trust me.
These are some great not bar pieces that Hazel is getting right now.
Yep. Speaking of doing better than we did last year, the only player yet to put up a
Yay! Martz has just hit the building.
our lovely classic Tetris Montreal host, Martz,
The player.
also known for having the most games ever played, the most wins ever logged.
The most losses as well.
Yeah.
Can't forget that. But we love Martz.
This and that doesn't
And
like
here
to
he
be
is.
nice.
No. They put me behind a microphone. I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah. I
But
wish
here
you
we
were
are.
behind the microphone instead of in front of it. Sorry, that was mean. I didn't mean that.
No, that's all right. All of our players now starting out, trying to get something going as we're coming into the home stretch here. Just over 15 minutes remaining for all of these players.
Yeah, the only player not doing better than they did last year so far as Mathwas. We're still looking for him to put a score over 537,000.
He's still looking for that 793 or better. This could be it. One of the small advantages of pushing down is that you do get more time to play games.
Yeah. And one of the large disadvantages is that you do top out more and have worse paces and can't see as much placements and can't react to missed drops.
Well, now who's being mean? He's doing pretty well this game so far. He's not very far into it, but he does have that 92% Tetris rate.
Matthew has been on 92% at 18 lines a lot today. Probably more than any player.
Just got to convert on it now. That's the main thing.
15 minutes.
It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. 230 lines, a very long time. Remember, it's for rollers, but it's even longer.
If this is a marathon, we're in the home stretch here with 15 minutes left to go for these players.
It's just a 5K now.
I don't know if that math quite adds up.
Something like that.
It's close enough. It's a rounding error as much as math was having a 700.
Hey, that rounding error got you your only max out this session.
Yeah. We don't have to talk about how I started 1 second late in that match. That shouldn't have counted.
Nobody has to know.
Nobody
has to know.
I misclicked the start button, and then I clicked it 2 seconds later. But no one has to know that.
Well, you've only told the entire world.
We can keep that between us.
Just between us, yes.
No one checked the tapes.
Back over 90% Tetris rate. Very principled burns here, goes below.
Speaking of tapes, Matthew is going for a new record here, 300K at 60 lines. And counting with 64 lines.
Game Scout was slow tapping for his life right now, way at the top of the board, getting this thing open.
I don't know if I would call that slow, but this and that 19 hertz tapper, you know, just has different standards, I guess. But Matthew is, I mean,
wow.
Scout
Great
set up
dirty
for the
Tetris there for Scout. Those pieces were smiling down on him.
Yes, Max, that is tired in the flesh.
Well, he's in the flesh for me. For you, he's still one of those disembodied voices.
Yeah.
Mathwas with some awful blue pieces here.
Mathwas not wanting to set up that Vitz, even though it was optimal that time.
Getting this row 2 Tetris. Now he's going to burn down.
Who am I to talk when Mathwas is on the best game that he's had all day, I'd say. At 4. Oh!
Great dirty Tetris to open everything up. He's shaking his head, and so are we. Gets that square opened up, though.
Oh, it does not take the double there. Elects to take the triple. All those points matter.
That's what we call in the business a fossilized piece, where you've got a gap in the middle that looks exactly like another piece. That was a fossilized square.
Oh, is that what we call it?
Something like that.
I've never heard that in my life, but I'll take your word for it, even though you don't do that to me. And Mathwas takes the double there, is clean. Oh no! He pushes down instead of seeing the Corion. Gets the Tetris, but is going to have to burn out of this.
That square is very helpful. He would have had to have taken a burn anyway. Two burns. Very good for that.
Yeah. Only 2 burns. Very good for how bad of a mistake that was.
Hey. You were up there just now. You know how hard it is to try and stay.
And I would respect anyone on comms flaming me for how bad I played.
True. Very true.
So would Mathwas.
Scout here looking for a way to burn down. He's going to need a bar at this point.
See, Chris
got
now
some nice bars
fact-checking
earlier.
you, saying that's called a shadow, not a fossilized piece.
A shadow, not a fossilized.
That sounds more right to me because it's black.
Right?
I don't know what's funny about that. Anyways, Mathwas here looking to enter transition.
He's not going to get the 600K, but he is going to get close.
We need some mic work.
Now is the time. After this game, he won't have much...
Maybe we could switch. You put it closer than I do. We just switch the mics. That should work.
All right, we've just switched our microphones. Hopefully this works better now.
Speaking of switching, Mathwas switching from 18 to 19 here as he hits transition. 607,000. And I don't know if his board is long for this world, but it's burning down, gets beautiful pieces, gets that over,
going up and down.
left, right, dodge, weave, and is burning this down, gets perfect pieces.
That was Tetris like boxing.
all the way to the ground. And what goes
Remember,
down?
The goal is a 793. 793. That was his goal last year.
What goes down must come back up here, as he's gotten clean and got into a dig just as soon.
Needs a J. Gets that bar. That's going to work. Is he going to set up here? You're shaking his head. I know he wanted to, but he's not able to.
He's so able to. What are we talking about?
Wow, did you see all of those Z pieces go up the right side? Gets that Tetris in column 6. 10 minutes now remaining. That's enough time for just more than one game to kill screen.
Oh, come on, MathWiz. You're still on pace for a max out.
Hazel also on pace for a max out here. 670.
Give him the bar. Give him the bar.
20.
Bar.
Math was looking for this bar. Takes the triple. He's still ready.
Oh,
There's the bar.
Beautiful triple.
Near
I love
700K
that.
now for Mathwiz.
Love that from
With
MathWiz.
time enough to be able to max this out if you got enough points.
Come on, MathWiz. I'm so invested in you getting a good score here. 860. You're my GOAT.
Crosses the 700K threshold. He's less than 100,000 points away from his Qual PB last Philly Regional.
Just really calm, cool, and collected stacking.
He's working on it. He's
building
locked
it up
in.
and builds it down with the Tetris.
Psyching
Beautiful.
himself up.
Does not set up that spin. He
These
would have
pieces
been
are not
Tetris ready. It
nice.
didn't matter. Sets up the
Needs the
single. He's
bar.
Tetris ready.
Where's the bar?
He's in the middle of a drought. No. 762, 777.
762 the top out for Mathwiz. Less than a Tetris away from where he landed last year. But
It
he's
is
got
going to
one more
go
game
from
left.
the 8th seed to the 6th seed. But will
We're going to
not
help him in this
be
qualifier for sure. Just not quite
doing
as much
any
as he was
better than
hoping
he
for.
has.
Hazel as well, not able to get another Tetris there on that left side.
766, 66% Tetris rate.
We are literally commentating half
Hazel-
of the war session. I
Hazel
don't know how
punishing
those guys do it.
herself with push-ups or maybe getting locked in. Hard to tell. But
Some people have that as a channel point redeem on their streams.
yeah, well, that's why I thought it might be a punishment. Yep.
Mathwiz with a 13 start. I can't say I've seen that one before.
Hazel,
Let's see how it works for
16
him.
points there. Was doing push-ups, then push down. Let's see if she can push these pizzas all around and get another max out.
Looking for a third max out
8
now.
minutes to go.
Hazel would need a monster game to overtake Shadow Knight now.
How are
but
quals going for these gamers? I'd say Scout just topping out at 6-7 lines. But I think Scout overall doing pretty good. Mathwiz had a good game that he threw, or else he would be doing good. Hazel is doing amazing. And I'd say Tetris Ranger about par for the course. You know, he's getting games. You know,
He's getting them to transition pretty
Yeah.
well.
it's
but
just in this
scoring is the hard part.
in this AO1 format, you just want that one game if you're not getting max outs. And I feel like Tetris Ranger arguably hasn't got that one game yet, but has gotten
You
a
can
lot
only
of
do
shots
what you
on
can
target.
do. The best you can do, that's all you can do.
Wow, that's so inspirational.
Yes, I know.
It's almost like I said that yesterday.
No. I'm not stealing your lines, not at all. Why would you say that?
Uh-huh.
Game Scout up taking pictures at the moment. Now he's come
Speaking
back
of
to play
lines
his
here,
last
Tetris
game.
Ranger at 67 lines on very good pace, 250K.
There's that. There it is.
Looking for a
269
440.
now. I've made that face before that Hazel's making. Why did that piece go there? I have no idea, but that's what the
No!
controller decided.
Tetris Ranger with the misdrop. Was going to be Tetris ready there if he didn't early shift it. Oh, no, with another early shift, give him the bar.
Can't get a bar over, but
Bar,
it's gonna
bar,
be tight now.
bar,
Where's
bar,
the
bar, bar. 3, 2, 1, bar. No,
That is it.
he's
270 for
topped
Tetris Ranger.
out.
He'll have one game remaining as well.
Thanks, Max, for defending me. You know, everyone knows I really needed it. I don't know if I would ever live if this and that was stealing all my lines. And speaking of lines, Math was at 67 lines here on a
This
13
guy.
start.
This guy.
What? He's the farthest along. I was just saying who's the
very
farthest along. Just because it's 6'7" doesn't mean it's not worth mentioning, you know? I was trying to do a segue and you just...
A segue to nowhere.
I was segueing to Mathwiz's score in line, starting on 13 here, looking to get a little bit of a, you know...
He was at a 72% both Tetris rate and line count for a moment there.
You know?
Mathwiz, known for the last game of his qual, is picking weird level starts. I believe has maxed off of he has maxed off of a 9 start before. One of his 2 max outs came from a 9 start.
And we've all done that.
Definitely all done that.
9. I'm surprised he doesn't just want to start from level 9. I mean, he has experience there. He's maxed out from there before. It's way better than 13.
It is the best score. It is the best level for scoring after levels 18 and 19. Level 9, because there's so many lines you have to go through. Getting a bit up high here. Going to transition very soon, although it won't be.
Oh.
It will change the speed, actually.
Mathwiz.
Oh, no, this is trouble.
It won't change the speed because 13, 14, and 15 are on the same speed. Don't listen to this and that. He just lied to you. But it doesn't matter because I don't think we're going to hit transition anyways as he tops out.
4 minutes remaining,
98 lines.
Good thing he started on 13 there.
What was good about it?
It's good that he started there. If he started on 9 and then topped out on 13, he wouldn't have had enough time to play another game before.
No, he would have. 4 minutes. He pushes down, remember?
True. He pushes down.
He would have had. He would have had like
to push down.
He would have had like 90 seconds
9,
if he topped out on 13 from level 9.
Hazel was up very high there, but has burned this down. 73% Tetris rate.
Oh. Hazel stack building up. Hazel on good pace. Gets the bars, gets the Tetrises.
Unfortunate.
Is set up for another one.
Bit of a suffer qual.
Hazel looking
Still
to
working
get
his way through.
To get this last max on the way out. Our players.
Mathwiz really has confidence in this 13 start. He's sticking with it even for a second time.
Oh, Mathwiz, beautiful adjustment there.
Hazel
gets the Tetris. 86,000 at 24 lines. I have no concept of how good that is, but it sounds good enough.
Hazel getting these pieces left and right, very high at the moment. Gonna need to try and get down to that hole in column 1.
Gets the Tetris though, burns it down.
Next
well
one's
needed.
Only a double. Doesn't
oh,
go
does
for
not
it.
take the double. I disagree. But that's why she's up there and we're down here.
We were just up there.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore. They kicked us off stage. We took too long.
2 minutes.
2 minutes left for these players.
Hazel topping out at 67 lines is probably going to wait for this last game as there's only 2 minutes left.
Dying here.
Cobra not too happy about it either. Got the whole chat backing me up here.
Stacking is for other people. Why stack when you can roll?
Wow. And where did that get you?
Good question. Pass.
What color is your 1.4 into?
I showed 1.3 into, by the way. That was with tapping, but still.
Wait, oh no, not even a 1.3 into.
Not even 1.3 into. How
We
many
are
people
using
have 1.4 into? It's not that many.
I would have
I know
it.
Meme has one, at least one.
I would have that if I
Sidnev
rolled.
has one.
Just
60 seconds.
But let's game time here.
We're gonna
Scout
count
at
you guys down.
500. What are we counting now?
Well, once we get to 5.
5. What you just pointed to nothing.
5 seconds on the timer.
Oh,
We're very
the timer
close.
up there. I see it. Okay, but no timer needed if all these players are in a game. Oh, but Hazel's not. Hazel's gonna wait. Hazel's gonna
Hazel gonna
Start
take
at the
that
last
little
second.
bit of time. It worked for Tired.
Mhm.
Scout setting up here. Column 7. There it is. Now is the time. We are working on Qual mode,
it's
so
Scout.
players will have to wait just a little bit of time to get into a new game after they start an old one.
Oh, Scout does not see the adjustment for that Tetris there, but it's going to burn it
Working this
down.
though.
What was his score? 8:30.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All these players are going to
Officially
stick with their
the
games.
Last game for all of these players.
This is maxable from Scout, but a little behind pace.
It's going to be
Definitely
difficult.
doable if he just wants to
It's
beat
got a
his.
jagged board though. This is not going to be easy.
No,
Let's see if
I
he's
really
set up
like.
here in column 8.
Oh,
Great
very
adjustment there
disciplined.
of that L.
yeah, very disciplined. Let's focus in on Scout here first, as he is far along in this game, and this is make or break for him. This is his last game. 22-piece drought. No,
Burns the-
one piece too
Right as the bar comes.
early.
Tetris is an evil game. And that's only a triple.
Does not want to Aki bar that 7 high. That very respectable. Does not want to give up his last game like that.
Come on, give him the bar. There it is. 695
Oh, it doesn't
now for
set up the
Scout.
tuck. But has 695. Gets the Tetris. Isn't looking for another one here. The drought
Another one
ends
there,
729.
here. Into 25.
Very maxable, but needs to maintain a high level of
Be
pace.
difficult.
Is a little bit of high pace here, and
Doesn't
with
go
these
for the
burns,
S flat.
it's not helpful.
Needs squares and needs them now. There's one. Now he can work with this.
Come
You have
on,
to
he
be
needs
careful,
to
but you
set
also
up
have to
here.
score.
He doesn't have much burn options left.
Can take the single. Can't take much more.
Come on, give him the bar,
There's
and
the
gets
bar,
it just in
wow.
time. Oh,
Has to burn. Unfortunate. This is going to be very difficult to navigate.
I don't know if this is feasibly maxable anymore.
Going to work one
Without-
off the bottom. Come
yep.
on. Just going to burn down and go for whatever points he can.
But if he gets higher than 830, that can impact his seating. No, he's going to have to play one row off at this point.
Going to have to
It's
try it. He's
set
getting
up
droughted.
for a
Where's the
triple.
bar?
Ah.
And he ends
Very
as many
respectable
games do
attempt.
on a drought. 21 pieces, and that's going to do it for Game Scout. Very respectable game start.
Yep.
Very good.
Good job. Niche reference to GG, meaning good game.
Very niche. No one's ever heard of it
Yeah,
before.
if you just joined the stream, GG stands for good game. I'm just using slang.
Because we're cool like that.
Speak for yourself.
Mathwis goes into 19 at 425. Has an outside shot at that 793 that he's been searching so hard for. But covers as 2 different bars come. I'd be shaking my head as well. I did a lot of that earlier today.
Come on, Hazel, get the perfect wall transfer. Oh, no bar, but
Bar for
we'll
for
take the
Mathwiz,
triple.
Another bar. 481 now for Mathwiz. Still has that outside shot.
yeah. Mathwis putting up a very respectable last game here.
Getting his pieces left. That
Refusing,
square goes up as well.
refusing to take any
And
burns.
he fights him in the. Gets that bar though. Gets
Yep.
that bar. 517
Gets the bar,
now.
gets the Tetris. Very respectable.
and
Set up
steady.
again and gets the bar instantly.
He's already had 150,000 here in
546.
post.
All he needs to do is just never take a burn again, and he will get a 1.1.
Burning is for casuals.
I'm trying to figure out why I'm
Oh,
not showing up.
no.
This
Mathwis
Oh!
gets that double tuck there, or that
I
spin tuck.
love that move.
Gonna have to
from
work this down
Mathwis
somehow.
there.
Needs a bar to the left. Is he gonna get something?
He's gonna plug the hole though, bring it down.
Ooh, that bar in column 9. Not what he wanted.
Anything over a 762 is what we're looking for here, and that is well within pace to get.
Have
Not
to
looking
turn on the
very
jets,
maxable
though.
anymore, but 760 is not near a max and is way ahead of pace to get that if he gets this game all the way to 29, especially if he gets
Set
this
up now.
Tetris right here that he's set up for and
Come
waiting
on,
for the
where is it?
bar.
There it is.
Gets it. And his board is very clean, can set up instantly
Gets that
for
L
another
left.
one. Come on, 3 out of 7.
Oh.
It's nowhere to be seen. Doesn't
Can't get a bar
take the
right.
skim.
Needs the bar now. Where's
Needs
the bar?
something here.
Give it to him. There it
Just
is.
Doesn't take the double.
It's not a Tetris, but it will get the board down a little bit. Can't get that square left. And
Tops out
618. 619, excuse me.
Not what MathWiz was looking for there. But very respectable Qual. 700.
You will see him again tomorrow in the silver bracket, most likely. Tetris Ranger now on level 12, I believe, was on a level 9.
Yep. The Tetris Ranger was digging since level 9 there.
Not happy with it. Hazel very high here. Working with these pieces. And that's going to be
Hazel
a 501.
tops out. But very
Hazel,
respectable Qual. Two
max
maxes.
outs. Puts her above both of us.
Uh-huh. You always talk about yourself.
I do always talk about myself. That's because I've
Just
the guy I know
above
the most about.
Just above Zempro there is Hazel. Very respectable scores. That's true. I didn't notice.
Tetris Ranger now the last player standing here, or rather he's sitting down. That's fine.
Last player alive here. That is, very intentional as he started on level 9. Oh, and gives up there, 251.
And that will be it. Chaotic Hazel just learned that she beat Zempro.
Yep.
in this
Insult to
qual.
injury, apologizing for being better at the game.
It's tough, real tough. GG's. There are no more quals today, Talbot.
All right.
That will be it for us.
And that will be it for us.
Thank you for watching Classic Tetris and accompanying me.
Thank you,
this
Classic
event.
Tetris, for having us. This was a super blast. See all these players, and I look forward to seeing everything that happens tomorrow in the next quals and in the bracket.
11:30 Eastern. That is when qual session number 3 will start tomorrow on Saturday. Thank you once again for watching. This has been Classic Tetris.